the bell was ringing, or a bell was ringing, and I had to wait for it. So, I'm still here. I just want to say hi. Spring is finally here in Hanover. It was too warm today, but I'm still here. Got a beer. I haven't had a beer with you guys in a long time, so I thought I would do that. And give a little update. It's been about 6 weeks, I think, since the last time I made a video. And since then, what happened? I had COVID. It hit me really hard. Like, oh, that was rough. So now I'm just going to give you like a little update of the past like 6 weeks at the Rathaus. Yeah, so, okay, so you know from the last video, I was recovering from COVID, and I had 2 concerts coming up. This was a weekend that several times I had thoughts that I should be filming something. Like, this was the type of weekend that I should share with you guys, because it was ridiculous. But I've said before that some of this band stuff is kind of like me time, and I don't really care at the moment so far. I don't really care too much about having to film and create content because I'm too busy living in the moment. But I was dying. The COVID shit was, it was so hard. So I had not sung. I had not done any singing for a few weeks. And on the 1st of April, we played in Hamburg. And the 2nd of April, we were in Berlin. So the night before, on the Thursday, we had band practice. And the first 2 songs were fine. And then I was done. It was horrible. It was so hard. Like, I pushed myself and I like got through the set, but it was so goddamn hard. But I found a little trick. Just before we started playing, I was in the nearby Edeka getting a few drinks and I think snacks for later or something. And next to the Casa, I saw this little bottle. Wait, let me go back just a little bit. My cough was still really bad. So I was still coughing real bad. My energy, I had just no physical energy. None at all. So I already had it in my mind that the only way I was going to get through the weekend was a lot of beer. Like, oh God, it's horrible. Like, you shouldn't do that. It's so unprofessional. But anyway, like, I knew that it was the only thing that was gonna get me through. So I relied very heavily on that. Luckily, my voice itself was fine. It was just the fact that I was coughing and just dead ass tired. Otherwise, I was feeling pretty good. So I'm in the Edeka before practice, night 1 of 3, and I have this cough. I'm feeling tired. I see a little bottle of Pfeffi, peppermint schnapps. And I was like, okay, I'm thinking in my head for the cough, the peppermint might be good. And sure enough, like, I think that I sipped on that bottle of Pfeffi while we did our songs. And I think it helped. No joke. I think it was the strong peppermint. Like, because of the cough and everything. But then I was dead. Yeah. So then, but everything was fun. Like, we played in Hamburg at Logo the next night, and I basically relied on that Pfeffi again. And I had a little bottle of it out with me on stage, and I was sipping on it. But it was awesome. it was such a great time. The crowd, the other bands that we played with, it was a great environment to be in once again. So definitely no complaints there. It was a blast. We had a lot of fun. Then the next day, we drove to Berlin. Now, mind you, I had said earlier that I was relying heavily on the beer to get me through the weekend. Yeah, so I was quite hungover when we went to Berlin. Like, I know it's not professional, but I really didn't care. I knew that there would be like some time to recover after that, so I really didn't care too much. Yeah, so then we get to Berlin, cool little punk place, and I felt okay. I skipped the Pfeffi this time, and I even started off slow. Like, yeah, I started off slow. But we were the first out of the 3 bands to play, and I gotta tell you, we played with 2 bands from Halle. I gotta tell you, this was one of the best moments I've ever had, being the first band to play on a gig. It was so awesome. The crowd was small, but the energy was massive. There was moments where every single person in the room was moving somehow. And I love it. I love it when that happens. Like, I'm sure a lot of you don't really care for metal or anything, and you know, maybe someday you'll, I don't know, maybe you'll come and see me in concert someday, but like I really try to interact with the crowd a lot. Like, my speaking is not so much, but like eye to eye, or like I don't hesitate to come into the crowd and you know, it's supposed to be like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's all about connecting. So we're all there to have the same good time, and I will watch you just as much as you're watching me, basically. Like, I really strive to make eye contact with everyone in the crowd. So that's one thing, but man, it was so much fun. And then you can just imagine how much worse the next day felt. Oh, but yeah, shout out to all of the people that were there. It was such a great time. And then I had a nightmare coming back. Can't rely. So my guys had to return to Hamburg, and I decided to come straight back to Hanover. And you can't rely on BlaBlaCar. Like, for like 3 hours, I had a lot of stress trying to get a ride, and then I ended up taking a train, which sucked a little bit, but whatever. And then, somewhere in there, I hurt my knee. You see, I've got it taped up. If you guys have been watching me since the beginning of Krautsalat, I've been injured in quite a bit. Oh, but only live once, right? Or something like that. Anyway, yeah, so expect some more of me coming soon. See, sometimes I don't like sitting and talking by myself to the camera. Like, I like it, but like, thinking back to the Krautsalat ones, you guys definitely know that there was like, some of those videos got out of hand. But anyway, this is just my first beer of the night, the evening. I'm glad that the camera looks okay, because The sun's going down. One of these days, I need to find out if they've got the tower open for viewing, because I want to do that again sometime soon. I went up there only like the very first time that I came to Hanover, so that's been about 11 years ago. I'd like to go up there again sometime soon, and I'll definitely take you with me. Yeah, so thanks for sticking around and still being here. I do have a list of plans. I've got a little bit of time coming up in the next few months. My schedule changed a little bit, and I will definitely be making more videos. I got a couple nice ideas. I think I've been kind of reflecting a little bit on the Krautsalat videos lately. I might contact those guys and see if they want to do something again. But recently I looked at that channel, and the Vakken video had a comment from the official Amon Amarth channel. And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, if you don't listen to metal, Amon Amarth is one of the bigger bands out there. And I'm sure they've got some young person doing the social media and making comments and stuff like that. But either way, that was kind of cool, and I realized that some of those videos are still getting views, even though it's been like a year and a half since the last video was uploaded on that channel. So it's interesting that they're still getting views. Yeah. That's all, folks. Bis nächste Mal. Tschüssi.